Ayo, he gave her the suck. Yo, he gnawing on her now. Listen, he could have put his mouth on a lot more embarrassing of a situation, so you just enjoy what he's given right now. So we will see from her again. I didn't even need this scene. I didn't even need that scene. You gotta love Apothecary Diaries, one of the only anime to just casually drop back-to-back 2 core anime seasons. And once again, just say, yeah, we're doing a sequel. Refusing to elaborate, just dropping the mic saying, hey, we're just gonna keep on doing what we do. You love to see it. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, show your support. Subscribe if you're new around here, you want to stay up to date when this season does return. And of course, Patreon, full live reactions and exclusives over there. Now, the most important thing isn't that the kids finally woke up. No. It's that Jinshi gave Mao Mao the suck. Now, for Mao Mao's sake, it could have been a suck in a much different direction, and that would have made her even more flustered. But goddamn, I wasn't sure what he was going for, but whatever vampiric needs he had, boy golly, man. The fact that we had the frog scene to begin with in the cave, and then they said, hey, you thought that was something? Hold my beer. We're gonna make it all the more. This man, the unfortunate thing for him is he needs to invest in locks. Like, wherever he goes, like, make sure there's a lock on every door and lock it before he enters, because otherwise it's just going to keep happening. So the biggest surprise when it came to the kids was actually who I thought would be the first to wake up was actually the last, also was the one who ended up with the negative side effects. And as they say, you know, it's still an experimental drug. There's no guarantee if you take it you could untake it, sort of a thing in terms of waking up. And the fact that he woke up slightly paralyzed and lost his memories, pretty sad. But then again, the kid's been through a lot. Maybe losing your memories for a little bit as you regain your sense of normalcy isn't the worst thing, though. Unfortunately, it means you forgot about your mother and everything, so it's a bit of a hit or a miss. I love the fact, though, that for our girl, she's like, why of all places am I the one who has to raise this kid? Our socially awkward gremlin, man. Like, out of every character in that group, the one that she cared for the most ended up being like a little brother to her. The fact that she still bonked... Guy with memory loss still bonks on head. I would say never change Mao Mao, but you might want to change. You're gonna potentially give that poor kid a concussion. Now, what was nice, now I was, after last week and talking with people, I was pretty sure she was alive. Mainly because, you know, I pointed out the fact that we saw something that was in the bush, and I was like, oh, you know, what could that be? I was thinking it was the hairpin, and if there's no body with the hairpin, I thought that was going to be the sign that she was still alive. But people pointed out that we did see blood when she got shot in the arm area, went down her, but when she got shot in the chest, there was no blood. I thought, like, okay, well, that would make sense. Like, what if, you know, the metal hairpin that Mao Mao gave her protected her, right? Like, it's not impossible. It's not like the guns of this world are the same guns of our own. It's kind of like the gunpowder, right? Like, when the gunpowder went off and blew everything up, there were some people who were like, how could you not die in that explosion? But gunpowder back then is not the same gunpowder of today. You absolutely could. It's a lot less destructive. Similar to guns, their guns, while yes, still dangerous, are not to the same degree and caliber of guns of present day. So even without being, you know, guarded by something, it's entirely possible to survive a lot of gunshots from this world. Add in the fact that there was no blood, and she fell into snow, she absolutely could have survived. We now have the confirmation she did. I mean, they didn't even need to show us her face. We didn't even need to see the hairpin that she was exchanging. It was pretty clear. I'm sure if they didn't do that, people would argue, well, we didn't see her face, it could sound like the same VA. Well, we would have had that for sure, but I think the vast majority would have assumed. But we saw the hairpin, we heard the voice, yes, different hairstyle and stuff, but she's a master of disguise and identity. I mean, we knew who that was. So at some point, Mao Mao will probably hear that, you know, she's alive. I did see some people against the idea she survived because Jinshi was very much she died. But do you really think she would ever reveal herself to Jinshi? That would be signing her death sentence, right? But for Mao Mao, yeah. And she has a new name, so that's who she would be the identity of going forward. But overall, very satisfying ending. Really no complaints about it. I thought, with the conclusion of Season 1, I thought to myself, the show did such an exceptional job taking characters like Mao Mao's biological dad, someone I expected the whole show to hate, and turn him into an amazing character and my favorite aspect of the show. And Season 2 just took everything I loved about Season 1, and did it even better. There's even more plot threads that you thought were going to be self-contained and exploded into this giant web of conspiracy. And overall, I like how happy of an ending it was. There's not always going to be happy, but the fact that Mao Mao's adoptive daddy gets to stay in the palace because, hey, whatever crimes people are saying he committed in the past, this dude's the reason probably that baby was born safely. And you know what? Let him live out his twilight years doing something he loves in a more stable environment. Like, that's great. Like, everyone kind of got their ending. And the best part, too, about the whole Jinshi Mao Mao will they, won't they, is you never get the impression that Jinshi's like the previous emperor who just forces himself and, you know, they can't say no. Every time Jinshi's, like, making a move or trying to, Mao Mao always does something like, damn, he's really beautiful. Or the fact that when she's, like, awkward about it, it's never because she's like, I don't want him to touch me, you know, it's always like, I'm a socially awkward ass, I'm confused, I see what he's doing, and she just is a malfunctioning robot. Like, had they not been cockblocked there, she wouldn't have been screaming no because how dare he. She'd be screaming no of like, I can't believe you're gonna see me naked. That's the vibe it gives off, and I really appreciate that because Jinshi is clearly not like the previous emperor, and that's the big thing. He may look like him, but in terms of actual personality and care of other people, complete polar opposites. I'm very excited for whatever the next project's gonna look like. I assume it's another season. I mean, there's a shit ton of novels. Of course, if you read the manga version of this, people are going to say, well, they're all caught up. They aren't. They adapt the novels. They adapt 2 novels every season. Now, the thing is a movie wouldn't be the craziest idea mainly because it's easier on production and they have been going pedal to the metal the whole time. Popular series make a lot of bank. But either way, the series is continuing. We will continue to get seasons, but whatever the next project looks like, whether we gotta wait a couple years, a few years, 1 year, whatever they do, I'm going to be seated. I loved it. One of my personal modern faves for sure. So excited to see where they take this character. It's just Jinshi, for the love of God, invest in locks in every single door. If this keeps happening in season 3, you're going to catch these hands. Let me know your thoughts down below, either as a source reader or anime only like myself. What did you think? Do you agree with me? Season 2 surpasses season 1? Or do you got a different feeling? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, Patreon, full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I give a video shout out to all of my patrons. So today we got Tyler Counts, Backslash, John Matrix, John True, Braun P, Lyco, Zero, Cody, and we also have Zonaby Isles. I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and remember to lock your doors when you're getting freaky. Have a good one.